Good evening guys, Mark here from Reptilian Encounters. As you can see, our girl here, Lucy, this morning just shed. Despite my best effort, she has blown up a cage. So it's just a quick video to show you what goes into the clean up and maintenance, and to get any stuck shed on her off of her without causing her any stress. Right, the first step you want to do is get all your stuff ready for the clean up. Here we've got a holding tub which I've filled up with about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of warm water. That is the warm water and the humidity in there will help soften up any stuck shed. If we have any stubborn stuff, we have got Repti shed here. We do sell this as well, but most of the time if you've got the warm water you don't need it. We've got disinfectant for the water bowl, glass cleaner for obviously the doors, gloves just to be safe, microfiber for the glass, snake hook and some kitchen roll, and of course a bin. Now we've got everything set up, it's time to get Lucy out. It's because she's a dwarf reticulated python, her food response is absolutely phenomenal. So as soon as we open the door, she will shoot forward, which is why we've got the snake hook. All of our snakes are tap trained, or hook trained as some people call it, which basically as soon as you touch them with the end of the snake hook, it snaps them out of that food response and it shows them that it's not feeding time. So we'll go and get her out now. As you can see, look, shooting straight forward. Touch her with a snake hook, instantly backs down because she knows she's not getting fed. Now comes the difficult part, I'm trying to get her out without her wrapping around anything, if she's going to cooperate. As you can see, she's got some stuck shed on her back, which is obviously why we need to soak her and try and get her out. As you can see, some of the skin's flaking off, but it's just nice to get her soak in, and then she'll be able to get it off a lot easier, as long as you don't wrap around that tree branch. There we go. Right. Now you place her in the water. Sometimes they're a bit jumpy going into the water, but as long as it's not too warm. You only want it mildly warm, nothing too drastic. As you can see, she's a bit of a fighter. Hold her in there, put the lid on and clip it to secure. Now you can get on with the clean up. Now we've got Lucy out of the tank, we're ready to clean up. First we remove the water bowl. Going to put this out of the way for now. And then we go around, pick up all the bits of shed out of the bedding and any bits of poop. Obviously this is why we've got gloves on. Right. Now we've got all the shed and everything clean. We've disinfected both water bowls and cleaned with fresh water. Now we're going to go through with some clean bedding and just pack out any little bits that look like they've thinned out with the clean up. Now you can use various different types of bedding, but because Lucy is a reticulated python, she needs bedding that holds humidity. So anything like bark chips, cocoa husk, anything like that is very good for holding humidity. If you come over here, these are a mixture that we sometimes use. We've got the forest bark, normal bark chips, orchard bark, cocoa bedding, core, and then a little block there of cocoa husk, which is wet and it does expand. The final step, now you've got everything cleaned up, is to get Lucy out of the holding tub, remove any stuck shed and get her back in a viv. Now, same again as you got her out of the viv. Snake hook to show her it's not feeding time. As you can see, she's ready to come out. Just put that there a second. Get her out of there. Now once you've done this, the water should, oh, a bit jumpy. Once you've done this, the water should still be very slightly warm. And when getting any stuck shed off, you want to be going with the scales, not against them. As you can see, it just peels off. If you go against them, you can damage them, so it is nice just to go, because it's a lot easier to go with them. She will be a bit jumpy and a bit fidgety, but it's in her best interest to get all of this off. As you can see, it's coming off nice and easy. No force needed, it just peels off and comes off easy as anything. Right, now you've got all the shed off of his back and everywhere else. It's nice just to double check the tail tip and the eye caps, because anything stuck on the tail tip, if it hardens up and it gets really built up, the tip of the tail can in fact fall off. It won't harm them in any way, it will heal over, but it's best just not to have it happen anyway. And then the eye caps, don't try this with any snake, but if you're comfortable with them, just hold the head and have a look at the eye caps to make sure it's all clear. Don't restrict her as best you can, just try and get a good look. As you can see, some sheds come off again. And then because if she has any stuck on an eye cap, you can normally tell because it does dint in, but with a build up of eye caps they can eventually go blind. So it's always best just to make sure they're off. She's getting very wriggly at the minute. If they do have any eye caps stuck, a bit of Repti shed on a cotton bud and just gently lift the corner of the eye cap up, and then it'll be good to go. Right, we'll go and put her back in a viv now. She's all cleaned up. Some nice clean bedding and some fresh water. Absolutely beautiful pattern with some iridescent. As you can see, she's come back round to come out again. There we go. As you can see, she's got that beautiful wild type pattern and some nice iridescence under that light. Now you're all done, the enclosure's looking nice and clean again. Beautiful looking enclosure and a beautiful looking snake. You want to secure the glass because you don't want any escapees. Just a little wedge in the door, stop that, quite solid. And yes, you're all done. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please give us a follow. Reptilian Encounters on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and possibly starting up YouTube. So please give us a follow and a like, and we'll have the shop up and running soon. Thank you.